So let's read about different type of cells. We have plant cells and we have animal cells. And they have shown here three type of cells, but there are many more types of plant cells. So now what are guard cells? Guard cells of stomata of leaves are kidney shaped or bean shaped cells. So these are the cells which are present on the leaves. And what is the function? You know that plant needs carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, for making food. That carbon dioxide enters through guard cells. And then plant also loses water. And this is one guard cells or this of stomatas which open and close these stomata. Stomata means opening on the leaf from where the water leaves. So this is the guard cell they have shown here. See, this is the shape like this of the guard cells, and this is the opening. So when this opens, carbon dioxide enters the plant and water leaves the plant. Oxygen leaves the plant. That is, exchange of gases takes place here. Then another type of cell they have shown here is mesophyll cells, and they are present in leaves. Long rectangular cells with chloroplast. Now chloroplast are the organelle in which we have that pigment chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is required for the process of photosynthesis. It gives green color to the leaves or the parts of the plant. Then next we have is xylem cells. This is a part of a vascular bundle. Vascular bundle is made up of certain type of tissue, and this xylem vessel is a part of it. And vascular bundle is present in both root and stem and leaf also. In the root and stem, they are cylindrical cells. So here in the diagram, they have shown you these xylem elements. Now this is the xylem elements through which, so this is the root. From the root, water enters and it enters into the xylem, and this goes up into the stem, into the leaf, into the different parts of the plant. Then we have is animal cells. Now in animal cells also they have given few examples. White blood cells, they are known as WBC in short. They are amoeboid. That means they can change their shape and move here and there. Amoeba is also giving out projections from their surface. Amoeba is another example of a unicellular cell. See, this is amoeba. So your WBC, this is also known as amoeboid in nature. That means if amoeba can change the shape, WBC can also change the shape to go out of the capillaries because it is present in the blood. And these projections which you see which is coming out, they are known as pseudopodia, false feet. If it is coming out here, then maybe in moving it can come out here, and this can be withdrawn. Then the next we have is the muscle cells. They are spindle shaped cells with pointed ends. So see, this is the muscle end, nucleus pointed on both the ends. Then we have nerve cells, longest cell in the body. This is the diagram of nerve cell, right? Then there are so many other cells, fat cells, liver cells, red blood cells known as RBC, egg cells, which are round and spherical in shape. Now see here, these are unicellular organisms. Amoeba, paramecium, chlamydomonas, these are the plant cells, and these are the animal cells. So, size of cells. Cells also vary greatly in size. The smallest cell may be as small as 0.1 to 0.15 micron. So bacteria comes under this size. And the longest cell which we find is in our body, that is the nerve cell. In our blood cells are the smallest and nerve cells are the longest. So you can underline this line that we have cells are the smallest. You can underline blood cells are the smallest and the nerve cells are the longest cells in the body. And then all these points that names you can remember. You can mark, we need to remember these names, okay, of the plant and the animal cell. You can also see underlined here nerve cell, long and branched, fat liver, RBC, round and spherical in shape. Then we come to next page. Now our blood cells are 7.0 micron in size, very minute. It can be seen only under a microscope. And nerve cells are more than a meter long. The unicellular alga acetabularia is about 10 centimeter long. And the biggest cell or the largest cell is the egg of the ostrich. So you can see 15 to 20 centimeter in diameter. So you can take your scale and check how big is 15 to 20 centimeter, and you can imagine, because this is the diameter, how big is the egg of the ostrich. Then big organisms do not have bigger cells. They have more number of cells. That means if I see a small cat and I see a big elephant, I will not say that elephant has big size cell. But the size of the cells will be same, but elephant will have many more times the number of cells in his body. That is the meaning here. They have more number of cells. Now we come to this checkpoint 1, and this is for you to mark it reading your book. Then we come to a typical cell. Now a typical cell has 3 basic parts: cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Now there's a word protoplasm. Protoplasm is the entire living matter in the cell. It will include both nucleus, cytoplasm, enclosed by cell membrane. So just to give an outlining, see, if this is the complete cell, this entire portion, blue and red, is known as protoplasm. But when we talk about cytoplasm and nucleus, the blue part is known as the cytoplasm and the red part is known as nucleoplasm. So what is protoplasm made up of? Cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. Okay, so when we understand this part, and the lining which is covering it is known as the cell membrane. So the 3 basic parts of the cell membrane, the outer lining, the blue portion which I just shown you is the cytoplasm, and the red portion is the nucleus. And if I talk about protoplasm, protoplasm includes both cytoplasm and nucleus. It is the living matter of the cell. Now cell membrane, also known as plasma membrane, is a thin membrane present around the cytoplasm. What is its function? First it forms, you can underline here that it forms a boundary. It forms a boundary and separates cells from one another. So you can also say separate cells from one another and also from the surrounding medium. Third, maintains cell shape. Fourth, allows selected substances. So underline selected substances like oxygen, water, nutrients to enter. Because it allows only selective substances, that is why we call it as selectively permeable membrane. That means permeable means which allows the entry of certain substances. So it allows oxygen, water and certain nutrients. Then we have cell wall. Now there are 2 layers in the plant cell. One is cell wall, other is cell membrane. Now you can write cell wall is present in plant cell. Cell wall lies outside the plasma membrane. It is non-living and it is made up of cellulose. And this is selectively permeable. Cell wall is completely permeable. It allows both liquid and gaseous substances to enter without hindrance, without giving any blockages. Okay, so you can get the differences from here. The difference between selectively permeable membrane, that is cell membrane, and fully permeable cell wall. Okay,